Hi, in this video, I'm going to talk about metric conversion worksheet 1 is different unit. So when we dealing with different unit, you want to make sure that you are using metric chart. Okay, so in this metric chart, I already told you in class that we will need to look at the abbreviation, the symbols for the unit, and the SI unit, this for SI unit will be on the quiz, including time, length, temperature, and mass. And what's so important for in this video particularly is the conversion factor. Like we're using metric chart, we're gonna use the conversion factor to figure out the how to set up the equation correctly. Okay, so first of all, we want to, I'm going to do number 1 and number 7, okay? So number 1, before I start, I want to make sure that you are going to show your conversion factor and the unit cancellation with the color pen. And you're going to show the calculated answer. You want to leave your final answer and 2 decimal places with the unit. And I show you the answer in the parentheses as a reference, but I don't want you to just copy this is the answer because this is only like reference. My actual answer should be in 2 decimal places. Okay, so let's do question 1. You use pencil, okay? So I was given 258.17 gram, and then I'm going to pound. So first, they are both mass. So how do I know that? It's because they can be both founded on here. Gram is G and pound is LB. So I know that they are mass. So what I want to do is I need to go to the conversion chart, go to the mass, and find a conversion factor that has both gram and pound, which is this. 1 gram equals 0.022 pound. But I don't want to write a long thing. I want to write abbreviation, symbol. So I'm going to do pencil step 1. So step 1, I'm going to write this. 1 gram equals 0.022 pound, but I'm going to write it simple. So 1G is equal to 0.0022 lb. And then red pen, this is the step so-called conversion factor. Conversion factor, okay? And then step 2, I'm going to set up a so-called dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis, I'm going to set up like a table like this. Okay, on the top left, I'm going to write down what I was given in the question, which is 258.17 grams. So on the top left, I'm going to write down here 258.17 grams. On the bottom of it, never write anything. Leave it blank. Don't touch it. On the right bottom, here's the thing, is I want to make sure that this one has the same unit as diagonally as what you're given in the question. So if this one has the G as the unit, then diagonally this must be G. Also, they must have the same unit. So what should be put in front of the G? You want to go back to step 1. Step 1 is 1G equals 0.0022 pound. So you want to look it up. Oh, G. What is the number before G is 1? Okay, so G, I'm going to go back to step 1. G, the number before G is 1. So I'm going to put 1G on the bottom. Again, how do I know that I have to put G? Because these two must have the same unit, so I put G here. And then how do I know this is 1? We go back to step 1 to look up the number before the G, which is 1. Then what should I put on the top? Is the other part of the step 1 conversion factor I did not use. So on the step 1, the other part I did not use is 0.0022 pound. So that's why I'm going to put it on here. Like that. All right. The next step, I'm going to ask you to use blue pen. I want to make sure that these two diagonal units are the same. Yes, they are the same. So gram, right? I'm going to circle them. And then I'm going to cross them out. I'm going to cancel them. This step is so-called unit cancellation. Okay, and I can only cancel them because they are the same. If they are not the same unit, I cannot cancel, and turns out that you did something wrong. I'm going to go ahead to continue to write up the math part. So I'm still on step 2. I'm going to go ahead to write it down. So if something that they are on the same row, I will multiply. If it's something like on the bottom, I will divide it. So right here, 258.17, I'm going to write it down, 258.17. The gram is gone, no more. And then this should be multiplied by 0.0022 pound because it's on the same row, same level as 258.17. So it will be multiplied 0.022 lb. I still have the lb because I did not cancel. Then now I have a fraction line. So I'm going to put a fraction line over 1. Okay, over 1. And the gram is gone. Now this step is called math work. You need to show your math. Okay? And then step 3, we get a punching in calculator. So your punching calculator, 258.17 times 0.022 lb divided by 1. I want you to, this is so-called the calculated answer. This is so-called the calculated answer. And I want you to copy the whole thing from a calculator. So a calculator will tell you that it is like 0.567974, something like that. That's good enough. I only need maybe like about first 5 digit, 6 digit. And then step 4 plus step 5 is actually 2 step here. Step 4 is actually 2 decimal place answer. Step 4 is actually 2 decimal place answer. And step 5 is actually the unit. So step 4, we need to round this step 3 to be 2 decimal places. So after I round the answer, I will get 0.57. 0.57. And then my final unit, step 5, my final unit is whatever left over, the unit I did not cancel, which is pound. Okay? You can also tell that, oh, I'm looking for question pound. So I know the pound is my final unit. And so this is my final answer, 0.57 lb, which is very close to my reference answer, 0.6. So if you're close to my reference answer, you know that you pretty much get it right. If you get like, oh, 200, my answer is 0.6, you know you did something wrong. Okay? And that's it for page 1. All right? So let me go to the other side. I'm going to show you number 7. So number 7 is 8.7 feet should question mark MI. So be careful right here on the chart. I'm going to show you 3 things here. Okay? So miles MI, meter M, and minute MIN. Please put the star on them because they look very similar to symbol. Okay? So FT is feet, FT, and then the MI is mile. So mile and feet, they both on the length. So I go to the length of the conversion factor. I want to find out something that have length. I go to the length and find out something have mile, which is MI, and then feet, which is, okay, I found it. It's 1 mile equals 5280 feet. Now, I know many people probably ask me, okay, now my question is start with feet and I will go to mile. I start with feet and go to mile. But the conversion factor is start with mile and go to feet. So do I need to flip it? The metric conversion say that 5280 feet equals to 1 mile. You don't have to do that. You just want to copy exactly what it is, and I'm going to show you how to flip it. Okay? So I'll just copy 1 mile equals 5280 feet. Step 1, we use abbreviation. So 1 mi equals 5280 ft. So repent, this is the conversion factor. Okay? And then step 2, we got to do the same thing. We got to set up the dimensional analysis, which is the chart. On the top left, I'm going to put down what I was given, which is 888.7 feet. On the bottom left, I never put anything, never. And on the bottom right, remember we said that this one should have the same unit as this. So this is FT, then this must be FT. But how much FT? Now someone asked me, is it always 1 on the bottom? No, it's not always 1 on the bottom because we want to go back to step 1 to look it up. What is the number in front of FT? Right, this FT, I go back to step 1, go back. What is the number before FT? Before the FT is 5280. So I will put 5280 on the bottom. And you can see that it's not always 1 on the bottom. Okay, 528.0 on the bottom. And then what should we go to the top is the other part of the conversion factor I did not use, which is 1 mi. Okay, so it's not always 1 on the bottom. So I'm going to circle my same unit, which is FT. They're the same, so I can cancel. And this step again is called unit cancellation. Okay, and then I'm going to continue step 2. I'm going to start to write out the math one. So A 0.7, no feet. Same line, so multiply 1, I still have mi, and then over 5280. So this step is math work. Okay, and then when I go to step 3, I will calculate the whole thing, and the calculator is 0.168314. That's good. All right, so this step is called calculator answer. Right? Then step 4 and step 5 will be 2 steps. Step 4, again, will be 2 decimal place answer. And then step 5 will be my unit. So after the step 4, I round the answer from step 3 to decimal places, so I will get 0.17. And my unit is leftover unit, which is mile, mi, which is question mark mi. And that will be my answer. And this is very close to my reference answer 0.2. So I know that I get that correctly.